Yo, what's good, boys? It's Jojo ASMR here. I literally just got back about like 5 minutes ago from the Game Center Regional here in Australia. It was about 140 something players, which is actually kind of big for Australia, to be honest with you. So great to see a lot of players coming out. I came second place in the entire regional, only losing the first. I went 6-1 after 7 rounds. And I played ALTERGEIST of all decks. I think this deck's actually pretty good as an anti-meta, like a rogue option right now. It still can abuse cards like Mystic Mine for whatever reason, it's still in the game. So that's pretty good. And even going forward when we get Bisted and other cards, the fact that this deck doesn't care all that much about the graveyard means that Geist is actually still, I would say, probably kind of playable. Don't hold me to that though. But yeah, just because like mine is still in the game, like I don't know why that card's not banned, but Geist is actually putting in work. I played against 5 Tearlament, 1 Flunderies, and 1 like Rika Brave Pile. I only won 1 dice roll out of 7 matches, and it didn't even matter because like this list was pretty good, and the deck's crazy. Going first or second didn't matter. Only won 1 die roll and went 6-1 with Geist. So that's just how crazy Mystic Mine is in like certain cards. So with that said, shout out to TopDeck for having me and the boys at ScribeCon, my locals. And with that said, let's get right into the deck profile. Alright, so let's first of all start off with the main deck. We played a 40 card main deck. I don't think I'd make really any changes. I thought the list was pretty solid for the event. So let's get into it. For our Altergeist engine, I played 3 Multi-Faker, obviously. I played 3 Milliseek. This one was crazy. I won a couple matches actually due to this one, just in time, because the Poke 500 is actually kind of relevant. I played 2 copies of Marionetta. I found that the third one made the deck a little bit cloggy. A lot of the times you would lose with this deck, I would find, is when you clog on like 5 Altergeist cards. You really don't want to do that. So I thought 2 was fine, and there's enough normal summons anyway in the deck. I just played 1 Silk. You really don't want to draw this one, and again, it's sort of like the same idea. You don't want to draw too many Altergeist cards. And then I actually played the Conquery. This one's really good in my opinion. The battle protection is very important. And when you're looping cards like Personal Spoofing and protecting your Secret Village from battle, so your Spellcaster sticks on the board, I think is important as well. So this one was actually really good. And then for the rest of our Geist engine, I played 3 Personal Spoofing. You really need to see Multi-Faker. It's a heart and soul of the deck. Sorry about the glare. 3 Personal Spoofing. And I played 1 Protocol and 1 Manifestation, wrapping up the Altergeist package. Don't really think I would change any of this. It was pretty good. For the other engine of my deck, Fair and Balanced Yu-Gi-Oh card, Mystic Mine. I never used this to deck out anyone, to be honest, memes aside. It was just there to slow down the game state so that I could draw into like my engine, draw into my rivalries, draw into my floodgates. Even by the time they do draw out to this card, like it doesn't even matter because you have another Mystic Mine at that point probably set up in the form of like a Metaverse, Demise of the Land, or whatever. Or you would have rivalries and they still couldn't play. So like it doesn't really matter even if they outmine. But I was never really decking people out. I played a Secret Village in my deck. The reason I wanted to play this one is so that my Demise of the Land could have like another FTK versus decks like Runic. Mystic Mine isn't that strong versus Runic obviously, but like Secret Village is. And so if they, like I was anticipating a lot of good players like Poe and stuff were gonna play like pure Runic because he's been playing that deck a lot at locals. And the idea is like if you play against Runic and they activate any guy to like summon a guy, you can just chain this, activate Village, and then they just instantly lose the match. So it made it so that Demise of the Land was like broken because you could turbo out Mystic Mine versus Tier and like those combo decks, but against decks like Runic, you could just turbo out Secret Village. So this deck actually has a very good Runic matchup, very good Tearlament matchup, overall really solid. And so I was pretty happy with this like field spell package. I played a Terraforming and a Metaverse, just wrapping up the field spells. Not really much to be said. Mystic Mine is a fair and balanced card apparently, so it is what it is. And then just to up the consistency of the list, I played 3 Pot of Prosperity, and I played 3 Pot of Duality. You really just need the consistency. This deck like isn't as consistent as some of the other ones, so like yeah, these were really good. For hand traps, I only played 6. The reason is like the deck is already so good going first or second with the Mystic Mines, and like Rivalry is good going first or second as well. So I just wanted to play like the highest impact hand traps in the game. So the Gamma Driver package, this was really solid. as well as the Imperm. I didn't resolve Imperm Faker like once this whole weekend. I was pretty happy with these hand trap lineup. They're like the highest impact hand traps, and they probably stop me from getting like eradicated or whatever against like some of the crazier combo decks. So yeah, these were good. And then the last card I played was 3 Rivalry, and this one was just like like it's Rivalry. Like you resolve this first tier, it's happy days. You resolve this first Sprite, it's happy days. Like this card was just nuts all weekend. For the extra deck, we played 3 Altergeist Textia. It's the only one that really matters, to be honest, and it's the only guy you're usually making. Linkaribo, Anima, and the Magistus Maiden is there for basically if you want to link off your Meliseek but still and get your Faker but still have a Spellcaster on the board. And then at that point, everything else does not matter. You can literally play whatever you want. You can take a screenshot of this, like all these cards. It doesn't really matter. For those asking in advance, because I feel like I'm going to get some comments how I did this play, you can usually overlay your Silquidus and a Sprite Elf and just make a format Zeus after you attack with Gigantic. And then for the side deck, we played 3 Solemn Judgment. It's just Judgment in a trap deck. I played 3 copies of Cosmic Cyclone. Also very strong. Just hits like Runic Fountains, hits Paralinos, hits Sullyx, just random cards. I actually sided 3 Ash Blossom. This one was for some of the more fairer, the rogue decks like Exorcista, like Flunderies, like Despia, Sword, so just like random stuff, to be honest with you, where like Mystic Mine might not have been as good. And so I wanted to side Ash. It's just like a generic good hand trap. And then the best card the entire weekend, D-Shifter. Like, Shifter, bro. Like, it's a bit nuts. Yeah, this card was just like, it won me so many matches. Like, it's ridiculous. And then I didn't really know what else to play, so I put in a Pankratops. I didn't summon this all day. I probably wouldn't play it going forward. Set Rotation is cracked, this card's broken, and another Secret Village. So that way our opponent can't activate spell cards, and you win the game. But that was my deck profile. I really do think that Geist is like actually kind of solid as a rogue option at the moment, even going forward into Darkwing Blast, and perhaps even a Shizu, although I don't know. Just simply the fact that mine is still in the game is just like cracked. So yep, that's the deck profile. Huge shout outs to Brian and TopDeck for having me. Shout outs to the boys, and hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you later. Bye.